Joining us now in studio is Efrat Machikawa, the niece of 80-year-old hostage Gadi Moses and Margalit Moses, a cancer survivor who was released from Gaza. Thank you for joining us on this very tragic day. I mean, waking up this morning and it was raining as this news was coming out was just goosebumps.
It felt like nature is crying with us. It is a very dark day. It's very hard to find the right words. There's so much anger and so much disappointment, but then the sadness overcomes everything. But, you know, in order to stay hopeful, we have to do something. We have hope, meaning being in the doing.
Yeah.
So as long as we're doing, we are hopeful. And today is a day to do things. It's a day to go to interviews. It's a day to march in the streets. It's a day to talk. It's a day to cry. It's a day to scream. This is the day we have to unite and call for the Prime Minister to seal that deal.
So given that, you know, everybody's saying they're so close to a deal, and this whole part with the caveat of what to do with the Philadelphia corridor seems to be kind of the sticking point, but I just cannot imagine what it's like knowing that this time it seems to be that they're close to a deal and that all 6 of these beautiful souls were killed just in the past 48 hours. It's just hard to wrap our heads around it.
It's terrible because, you know, they were alive. They survived. They were strong. They were holding on. They were alive up to a few days ago. Can you believe that? And then, I'm sorry, but I really do feel that we failed them. Our Prime Minister failed them. And to their families, who became a family to us, I just want to say, we're sorry. We're so sorry. We don't want any bodies to come back. We want the bodies who were murdered to be back for a respectful burial, but there are still many citizens living, breathing, hoping, praying to come home. Yeah. And Israel is, you know, is built on those morals and values of life and unity. It is just really this abandonment and this dark legacy of the Prime Minister, what he's doing. What is it doing with our lovely state? What is it leading to? So I really do hope that this will be the last death of living that we will hear of.
Right.
People and our Prime Minister need to understand life comes before anything else. Life is the most important thing we have. Once it's taken, it's gone. And these 6 beautiful souls are gone forever. They are citizens of the State of Israel. They were waiting for the Prime Minister to do the right thing and bring them home. And we lost the chance to bring them home. And all the rest who are waiting, how can we? How dare we? How dare we?
Well, listen, I think you know, I've spent pretty much the past year mainly with the families of the hostages, and there's such a strength that I'm still in awe of at how strong you and others are, but also how strong you are as a group. Where do the families stand? I mean, listen, all of the protesting, all of everything to make a deal all of these months. The Prime Minister also has not contacted anybody in the past day.
Well, I've been driving over here, so I don't know what happened in the last 2 hours. Came from the south to your studio, but you know, it doesn't really matter. Does it matter if anyone calls you and says he's sorry? Life are gone. The kids, the brothers, the mothers, the aunts are gone.
Yeah.
Sorry doesn't bring them home. What we need now really is a deal. And there is a deal. We know there is a deal since May. There is a deal. All we need is to seal it. And thanks to the Americans and to the other allies like Germany, I'm carrying my German pin everywhere I go, because the government of Germany, I know from very close, are doing everything they can to help. Listen to the huge powers of the world, the leaders of the world. They are all calling to seal the deal. Why is it that one man in Israel is deciding the destiny of our state? He cannot do that alone. And he, with all the power, knows he can bring them back. But he chooses other things, like a piece of land. Isn't it that Adam, the human, comes before the Adamah, the land? We are people who seek life. We have to stop everything now, really everything. People in Israel should stop. They should leave their jobs early today, and they should join us. Come to begin and be with us. It's not just the families, it's not just the friends, it's the citizens of the state of Israel who are fighting to save lives and to save the state of Israel.
Well, I mean, this has been a noble effort, not only for you, but also for the families and for the country, at least, that hasn't been lost amongst the citizens of Israel. But you know, that said, have you gotten any information at all about your uncle? I know he was everybody's Saba and a potato farmer and just a good man with a green thumb.
Yes, Gadi, our Gadi, we haven't heard of him, but Gadi is made of the soil of Israel. He is a strong man in spirit, and he is an optimistic, and I trust he knows we will never, ever give up on bringing him back. He is the state of Israel. He is the morals, the values of Israel. He has to come back. He is a symbol to all of us of why we live here and why we survive, and why is the Negev blossoming, and why is the innovation in agriculture of Israel is all over the world.
Wow.
He has been all over the world representing the country. The country has to represent him and to bring him back. He has to be back. He has to be back.
One last thing I want to say, because now obviously with the bodies coming home and there being funerals, I mean, not that there's anything positive about it, but also it's so important, you know, in Israel and in Judaism to be able to provide a proper burial. But I imagine that can't be easy. You were saying you have a mother who's in her 80s, you know, and so many people, elderly people that also survived that have since passed away. It's just horrible to see people that have who are older than the state of Israel going through this.
It is an honor to go to the funerals and to respect the burial, but really it is now the living, the beings that we need to concentrate on. We have to rescue the living. How can anyone think that he has the right to put the verdict over somebody else's life? It is such a right to save lives. This is what we grew up on, right? Mm-hmm. So anyone, and especially a man who is a prime minister of a state, should be so proud he has the right to save lives. Do the right thing, seal the deal, bring the living back to redemption, bring the dead for burial, seal that deal, and with the security and the problems we used to have, and we will probably have, hopefully less in the region, we will deal later. But save those lives. It is in your hand. Save them.
And it's so essential to this country, the people of this country, to move forward.
We have to. Israel cannot be the proud Israel it used to be unless our people are back home.
Wow. Efrat Machikawa, thank you so much for coming in and for your continued bravery.
And thank you for having me.
Of course.
And thank you for the kindness that I can feel and for the caring that you spread.
Thank you. Thank you.